Assalamu alaikum students, this is your teacher Muhammad Umar Khatak for the subject Organizational Theory and Behavior, and this is our 17th lecture and chapter number 7, and the topic of our discussion is Methods of Recruitment, External Recruitment. External recruitment. When an organization has exhausted its internal supply of applicants, it must turn to external sources to supplement its workforce. Research indicates that walk-ins provide an important external source of applicants. As labor shortages increase, however, organizations are becoming more proactive in their recruiting efforts. A number of methods are available for external recruiting: media advertising, e recruiting, social media, employment agencies, executive research firms, special events recruiting, and summer internships are discussed. There is also a separate section on college recruitment of potential managers and professionals. Now, the first stage in external recruiting is media advertisements. Organizations advertise to acquire recruits. Various media are used, the common traditional form being help wanted ads in daily newspapers. Organizations also advertise for people in trade and professional publications. Other media used are billboards, subway, bus cards, pop up ads on the internet, radio, and television. Some job seekers do a reverse twist. They advertise for a situation wanted and reward anyone who tips them off about a job. In developing a recruiting advertisement, a good place to begin is with the corporate image. Simply using a corporate logo is not enough. Effective recruiting advertising is consistent with the overall corporate image. That is, advertisement is seen as an extension of the company. Therefore, it must be representative of the values of the corporation it is seeking in its employees. Booz Allen Hamilton advertising campaign has successfully achieved this congruence by conveying in its ads the importance of employee work life balance by saying, "We believe business should always have a human side." An innovative way to attract nurses was used in an ad campaign for Children's Hospital Medical Center in Cincinnati. The ad appealed to nurses' sense of pride in themselves and their profession. The ad ran in the Cincinnati Enquirer newspaper. The headlines: "Nurses are smart and they know how to make you feel better. Nurses are there to make sure you don't get real scared. Nurses are kind and they don't laugh when you cry," were written in a child's handwriting and can combined with pictures of nurses and children in the style of child's drawing. Another innovative way to attract employees with particular skill is the use of recruitment videos that can be downloaded from the internet. In 2011, Monster.com and CareerBuilder.com invited companies to create and post recruitment videos that are designed to grab job seekers' attention by showing a day in the life at the company and explaining why the company should be applicants' first choice. Companies that post videos hope to differentiate themselves from other recruiters by providing additional information about the company brands and organizational culture while helping viewers make sure informed decisions when applying for a job. Help wanted ads must be carefully prepared. Media must be chosen, coded for study, and analyzed for impact afterward. If the organization's name is not used and a box number is substituted, the impact may not be as great. But if the name is used, too many applicants may appear, and screening procedures for too many people can be costly. This is a difficult decision to make in preparing recruitment advertisement. In addition, ads need to comply with equal employment opportunity requirements and not violate the law. For example, human resource recruiters find that including diversity in recruitment ads help attract more employees from diverse population. Ads need to be written to avoid indicating preferences for a particular race, religion, or gender, or a particular place of national origin. E-recruiting. Perhaps no method has ever had a revolutionary an effect on organizational recruitment as e-recruiting. There are approximately 30,000 different websites devoted in some manner to job posting activities, and approximately 71% of all job listings occur on just a handful of the big boards such as Monster.com, CareerBuilders.com, and America's Job Bank, JobSearch.org. Some of the large job placements websites have reported large number of resumes posted and searches conducted on a daily basis. For example, Monster.com reports that job seekers post over 25,000 new resumes each day and host 46 million visitors globally each month. There are many reasons for the popularity of the internet as a method of recruitment. From the organization's perspective, it is a relatively inexpensive way to attract qualified applicants. For example, using an executive search firm might cost an organization as much as one third of a position's first year salary as a commission. A large multicolored advertisement in a professional journal can easily cost $1,000 or more. Compare these figures with the cost of posting a standard job on Monster.com, in which a job is posted for 60 days in a single geographic location at a cost of about $400. This e recruiting option provides almost immediate access to thousands of prospective applicants. From the job seeker's perspective, the internet allows for searches over a broader array of geographic and company postings than was ever possible before. Organizations realize that having their own human resources webpage can be an effective addition to their overall recruitment strategy. A typical organizational homepage will provide the background information about the company, its products and services, and employment opportunities and application procedures. Many also include online resume templates that can be completed and posted to the company's webpage. A recent survey found that majority of the organizations require electronic delivery of resumes. 46% prefer delivery by email and 38% prefer it via the company's website. As such job searches websites proliferate on the web, recruiters need to be aware of some of the legal risks of causing e-recruiting at their companies. Recruiting and social networking sites. Many organizations from colleges to companies are experimenting with the use of social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn to recruit applicants. One of the primary goals of this organization is to engage and connect with members of the millennial or net generations born between 1978 and 1987 and other who spend a considerable amount of time using social media sites. The potential payoff to organizations is to attract the best candidates from the potentially largest applicant pool in the world. It is clear that the use of social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn is an exciting addition to the field of external recruiting. In December of 2010, Facebook had over 150 million unique visitors within the United States, with each user visiting the site about 35 times that month. The number pales when considering that Facebook reported over 500 million registered users that year. LinkedIn has over 75 million registered users, and Twitter reports about 100 million users. So, what are the companies doing to attract individuals? In 2010, UPS updated its online recruitment strategy by posting videos and updates about job opportunities and why people should work for Brown. The company even created a way for interested individuals to apply for a job from their smartphones. The cost of hiring a candidate this way was about 70% per hire, compared with about $600 per hire using print advertisement. Other firms provide detailed information about the company and give specific information about a particular job or jobs on corporate Facebook, Twitter, or Flickr pages. How do companies use the social media websites to identify and qualified job candidates? LinkedIn allows companies to search by keywords, post jobs, send private messages to users about job openings, and manage profiles of job prospects. Twitter also allows keyword searches and direct communication to candidates, but job postings are posted to the company's Twitter account in the form of a URL on which interested individuals can click to be taken to the corporate website. While technology is exciting and has a considerable potential to attract potentially strong candidates from huge applicant pool, it should be seen as a supplement, not a substitute, for a well-established and effective recruiting program. Employment agencies and executive search firms. Although similar in purpose, employment agencies and executive search firms differ in many important ways. Executive search firms tend to concentrate their efforts on higher level managerial positions with salaries in excess of $50,000 a year, while agencies deal with primarily with middle management or below. Most executive search firms are on a retainer, which means the organization pays them a fee whether or not their efforts are successful. In contrast, agencies are usually paid only when they have actually provided a new hire. Finally, executive search firms usually charge higher fees for their services. One of the reasons that organizations are willing to pay these higher fees is that executive search firms frequently engage in their recruiting efforts while maintaining their confidentiality of both the recruiting organization and the person being recruited. Special events recruiting. When the supply for employees available is not large or when the organization is new or not well known, some organizations have successfully used special events to attract potential employees. They may stage open houses, schedule visits to headquarters, provide literature, advertise these events in appropriate media. To attract professionals, organizations may have hospitality suites at professional meetings. Executives also make speeches at association meetings or schools to get the organization's image across. Ford Motor Company has conducted symposia on a college campuses and sponsored cultural events to attract attention to its qualification as a good employer. One of the most interesting approaches is to provide job fairs. A group of firms sponsors a meeting or exhibition at which and each has a booth to publicize job available. Though sometimes challenging to manage in times of higher unemployment, some experts claim recruiting costs have been reduced by 80% using these methods. They may be scheduled on holidays to reach college students and other unemployed groups who are home at that time or to give people who are already employed a chance to look around. This technique is especially useful for smaller, well known employers. Summer internship. Another approach to recruiting and getting specialized work done that has been tried by organization is to hire students as interns during the summer or part-time during the school year. The list of organizations using internship is extensive. It includes AT&T, General Motors, most major accounting firms, the life insurance industry, and so forth. The use of internship is in fact dramatically increasing. Some estimates suggest that nearly 1 out of every 3 students at 4-year universities will have one or more internship experiences before graduation. Internship programs have a number of purposes. They allow organizations to get specific projects done, expose themselves to talented potential employees who may become their recruiters at school, and provide trial run employment to determine if they want to hire particular people full time. College recruiting. This is a growing gap between the skills that organizations will need over the next several years and those currently possessed by potential employees. College recruiting can be extremely difficult, time consuming, and expensive for the organization. Nonetheless, recruiters generally believe that college recruiting is one of the most effective ways of identifying talented employees. The college recruiting process is similar in some ways to other recruiting. However, in college recruiting, the organization sends an employee, usually called a recruiter, to a campus to interview candidates and describe the organization to them. Coinciding with the visit, brochures and other literature about the organization are often distributed. The organization may also run ads to attract students or may conduct seminars at which company executives talk about various facets of the organization. In the typical procedure, those seeking employment register at the College Placement Service. This placement service is a labor market exchange providing opportunities for students and employers to meet and discuss potential hiring. During the recruiting season, from about mid October to mid March, the candidates are advised of scheduled visits through student newspapers, mailings, bulletin boards, and so forth. At the placement service, they reserve preliminary interviews with employers they want to see and are given brochures and other literature about the firms. After the preliminary interviews and before leaving the campus, the recruiters invites the chosen candidate to make a visit site at a later date. Those lower on the list are told they are being considered and are called upon if students chosen first decide not to accept employment with the firm. This is the end of the topic and the lecture. Thank you.